Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin, and today we have a special mail call knife for you. I just received the new Spyderco Mamba. Brand new, just came in 2 hours ago. I wanted to give you a first look and my first impressions of this knife. We're going to go through it. Remember, it's brand new for me. Man, it's a beast. It is a beast of a flipper. It is a collaboration between Spyderco and the two custom knife makers, Walter Brand and Joel Perella. Walter Brand, really known for his wonderful knife shapes and grinds on the knives. So the blade really looks like one of his blades, that nice Persian kind of blade with the swoops. The flats are satin. And what Spyderco knew that this blade steel is CPM S30V, couldn't show off the grinds like Brand's custom folders. So what they did was they did a black coating to represent wonderful grinds. So you see the flats are satin, and then they have on the grinds, you can actually see the grinds, but they actually, to represent Brand and his reputation for wonderful grinds, they actually did a special coating on that knife. So you got a two-tone blade, hollow ground, S30V steel. Oh man, and it is really a beast. Look at it. I have fat Michelin Man hands. It really has a great grip. The handle really is where Perella comes in. Joel Perella, a lot of his custom handles look like this. What Spyderco wanted to do is really bring those two custom makers together to Spyderco and spare no expense. So let's go over what we have here. We have a wonderful big flipper. The blade is 3.75 inches. It's S30V steel. Oh, look at the swedge. The swedge and the grind is blacked out with a nice little coating. I'm not a big fan of Spyderco coated blades, but this so far looks real nice. We'll have to see how it holds up to cutting. It flips. It's on ball bearing flippers, and it flips like a dream. A lot of Spyderco's flippers flip like a dream. It is by far the biggest flipper in the Spyderco collection, but we're going to compare it to some known Spydercos so you get a feel for how big this is. It's really pretty light. 3D carbon fiber scales. Oh man, it is really molded and beautiful. Look at that with the holes in it. Titanium liners. They are skeletonized to take off some of the weight, but I'll tell you, there is a little bit of heft to it, which I personally love. I told you the blade was 3.75 inches. The handle is 5.5 inches. Have the standard Spyderco clip on it, but man, the 3D molding is unbelievable. And look at those scales. Gray with that, man, it doesn't feel like G10 for the back spacer. It feels like carbon fiber. We'll have to double check that when I get more time with it. And then they have a lanyard bar on the bottom, so it doesn't stick out. There's no hole in it for a lanyard. I guess you could fit some threaded lanyard through that, but there's a full lanyard space right there underneath. Oh man, it feels great in the hand. It really does. Flips really nice. Really nice flipper. I'm not that thrilled with the coating, but I'll tell you, it looks first class coating. It's really nice, and I do dig that two-tone blade. Now let's take a look at it. I keep telling you guys that it's a beast of a knife, but let's really compare it to some of the other Spydercos that you're familiar with. let's talk about first the Paramilitary 2. Most of you know about the Paramilitary 2. Now remember, this Walter Brand, Joel Perella collaboration with Spyderco has a 3.75 inch S30V blade, and the Paramilitary, you see it next to it, has a 3.4 inch blade. So the blade's smaller. The total knife is a little smaller as well, as you can see. The biggest flipper from Spyderco by far, until the Mamba, is the Southern. So I brought out the old Southern to give you a comparison. And the old Southern compared to it, well, I'll tell you, the Southern's only a 3.5 inch, just over 3.5 inch blade. So it's about a 2/10 of an inch smaller, but oh man, doesn't that look great? Ah, look at that beast. And of course, the little Delica comes up real small, but I wanted to give you a full picture with some of the standard Delicas, some of the standard Spyderco knives, so you get a real feel of how big this beast is. In fact, I have to tell you, it kind of surprised me. It's not as big as I thought it would be. It is a big knife. It's easy to handle. It feels great. Man, that handle is wonderful. With that carbon fiber, 3D carbon fiber. It feels nice. It flips great for that big blade, swooping blade. But not as big as I thought. And I'll show you at the end of this a brand new Spyderco knife that I got just a couple of weeks ago that I thought this would be just as big. I didn't look at the specs. If I did, I would know it wasn't. Of course, you have to put it up against the Endura. And this is where you start getting a real sense of the length of the new Mamba flipper. The Endura is 3.75 as well, so the blade really is the same size. So if you can imagine an Endura, you've got the size of the Mamba blade. Yes, that blade is thicker. Yes, it's more of a Persian style, swooping up at the end. It's a beast of a blade with the swedge on the top and the flats and that grind. But it is the exact same size as the Endura blade. And then this is when you talk about the military. And if you've ever handled a military, you have to love the military. Folks, what you see on this desk is the Mamba compared to Spyderco royalty right here. This is the military, and as you can see, the military is bigger than the Mamba. The Spyderco military has a 4-inch blade, and so you can start to see that the Mamba is a big beast of a knife, but not as big as I thought it would be. It is, I'm not a big carry guy. Usually, Chris Reeve, Sabenza 25, Chris Reeves, Sabenza 21 large. That's about as large as I go, even though I have some beast knives. My regular carries are like that. I thought the Mamba would not be something that I could do as an EDC. It is. It actually is. It's a nice size. If you can deal with the Endura, you can deal with this wonderful flipper. Man, I'll tell you, in the hand, it feels like a gentleman's folder, but of course you can't have a gentleman's folder with a 3.75 inch blade and a 5.5 inch body. But man, the materials are just out of this world, especially with that handle. This is the knife I thought it would compare to. I really did. That big tie stick, the Spyderco tie stick. I really thought that this collaboration, that the flipper would be about that size. Well, it isn't. The blade is a little bit bigger on the tie stick. The tie stick blade is 3.9 inches. And look at that body comparison. That's a big knife. The Brian Ty collaboration is a really big knife. That's it, folks. That's the first look at the Spyderco Mamba. This is one of those knives that I've been looking for with this new 2016 Spyderco lineup. I'm telling you, I've been saying it's going to be an epic year. And folks, with this flipper, it's going to be an epic year. We had the small flippers come out first, remember? The Mantra 1 and 2. The new Southern flipper, that small Southern flipper, the Positron, and now we come out with the Beast. There's a couple of more flippers coming our way with Spyderco, but this is it. This is the first look, the mail call coming from Keith, Kevin, Ken. This is the brand new Spyderco Mamba flipper. It's a collaboration between Spyderco and Walter Bren, known for all of those great grinds. The blade, that S30V steel blade with the swedge, is reminiscent of his blades. That wonderful body, 3D molded, oh man, carbon fiber over those full tie liners. Oh, gray color. That really shows a Joe Perella custom knife kind of feel to it from Spyderco. What a wonderful knife. That's it, folks. That's the first look. That's the mail call. You'll see some other videos coming from me. If this is the first time you've tuned to Keith, Kevin, Ken because you wanted to get a first look at the Mamba, thank you very much for watching. Check out the channel, Keith, Kevin, Ken. Thumb this up if you like the first look. Also, hit that subscribe button because I've already posted over 60 videos each and every day. We look at least 4 knives or more on this channel every single day, So check that out. Also on Instagram at Keith, Kevin, Ken. Thank you very much. This is the Spyderco Mamba. The 2016 Spyderco Mamba. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a perfect day. Goodbye.